What we have today is small business marketing, and as we talk about marketing, I really talk about how to get in front of people and how to brand yourself to be famous in an area. And so when you look at small business marketing, why would you do business marketing? One of the great things about business marketing and talking to small business owners is that it's daytime activity. You can go see them during the day and you can call them during the day. So if you don't want to be working evenings and weekends, this is a great market. One of the other things is there's no do not call list. So no restrictions on you calling a business. The only thing is you want to make sure you time it right for the business owner so that you get a good response. But there is no time that you cannot call a business, so you don't have to scrub the names and numbers. The other thing great about businesses is that they have multiple needs. So if you look out there, business owners have to worry about themselves, their business, their employees, and their families. So maybe they've got things set up for their family, but they forgot to pay attention to what they need to do for their business. So if you can go out there and talk to those people, there's multiple areas that you can help. So you can think of group benefits, 401k, buy-sells, succession planning, and then you can think of all the things that we do for financial planning too, insurance needs, investing, things like that. Different ways to approach a business. If you look at businesses, there's a lot of different ways to approach them, but I'm going to tell you the one I like best today. I'm not going to cover them all, but just so you know, you can approach them by walk and talks. I think it's probably less responsive, but if you get in an area, maybe you're from a small town like I'm from, and you can walk down Main Street, talk to the business owners, the mom and pop shops. If you know the people or if you get famous with the people, you could possibly do that and get some response. You can send a pre-approach, and that's kind of what I'm going to go over today, is how to have an idea and bring an idea to the business owner and then try to start the lines of communication. Another way that's been popular that we won't cover much today is that association group. If you have an association group that you're always talking in front of, whether it be the chiropractors, the veterinarians, whether it be car salespeople, whatever, those association groups you can do, but that's a whole different approach than we're going to go over today. You can go to events and trade shows and approach business owners that way. We just had in La Crosse, a La Crosse Area Builders Show. You could have walked around there. They would have had some common interests. You could have talked to each of those people, maybe grabbed their business card, and then later followed up with them. So you don't have to spend a lot of money for those types of things. And you can, if you have the money, you can put ads in. I just put an ad in my church bulletin. I think those people see me every Sunday. They know who I am. I've had people make comments to me. Aren't you the lady from the magazine ad? So they know who I am, and getting kind of recognition there. So I went ahead and put an ad in our bulletin. So you can do it that way, and there's a lot of business owners that advertise in our bulletin as well. So I could be calling on them and sharing that common interest that we go to St. Pat's Church. So another reason, as I looked at small business owners, some of the statistics I think are attractive. 47% of small businesses offer insurance benefits to their employees. So there's another 53% who don't currently offer insurance benefits to their employees. The great thing about insurance benefits for employees is a lot of times you can make them voluntary. Just quoted a group yesterday, and they aren't going to have to spend more than maybe $5–10 a month to get some of those benefits, and really a lot cheaper in the group setting. So just to get some real basic things in place, employers can offer them at no cost to themselves, and they can be a payroll deduction, and the employees can pick them up. Out of the people who are not offering benefits, only 2/3 of them, only a third of them have been approached in the last year. So 2/3 of them have not been approached. So there's a lot of people out there who need benefits who are not being approached. And if you look at, when talking to business owners, 95% of them acknowledge the need for business succession planning. Okay, so they all know they need it, but only 1 in 8 have a written plan. So when you really look at that, That's really scary to me. I have friends, my husband has just put together a buy-sell agreement, a business succession plan a few years ago, and just bought his partner out this year. It's important to have that written legal agreement, and it's very important to also have the life insurance to fund it. Does no good to have an agreement if you can't afford it. So those things are really important. Any questions there, quick? Since we have a small group, I don't mind if you jump in.
I'm good.
Okay.
It looks good.
All right. So going to the next slide. The first thing you have to do is decide who you're going to target. If you're going to target all people in construction, all people who do automobile sales, or maybe you're going to do all the businesses in a very small community that you're already known in. Whatever you're going to do, you want to decide who the target is. You want to gather the names. Think about what they have in common. Is there a common need? Are all these people sole proprietors? Are they all S corps? Do they have a need for a different type? Like the chiropractors have a need for term or for disability insurance, and it's very hard to find that through different insurance companies. We're one of the few that do it. So do we have something that's kind of a niche for us with their needs? So really have to put a little time and effort into this, is to think of that, put yourself in that business owner's shoes and say, what are the things they need, what do they have in common, and what ways could you educate them that would really appeal? Is there a concept that they don't know about but definitely applies to their type of business? And that's where we think of buy-sell, group planning, key employees, different things like that. And sometimes it's a business owner who's trying to, save on taxes, try to gain more employee retention. Maybe they're even just having trouble finding enough employees. I've heard that recently. So kind of think of what is their pain point at this point. And then I want to show you on SPA how to find all the tools you need and at a very low cost. So we can go on SPA, we can find the tools, saves time because everything there is already compliant. You can look at the concept marketing under the sales and marketing tab, and then go to business owners, and then pick a campaign that is relevant to your group, and then provide the education by hitting a pain point. So I'm going to quick show you where that is. And so I'm under concept marketing, and as I go down, I'm going to find what?
You're on the PowerPoint. So.
Why am I not sharing this? I don't know why I won't share this. Okay.
Are they able to see?
Were you guys seeing my SPA when I pulled it up?
Yep.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wonder why it's not.
Never mind. Okay, so when you're looking at this, you can see this concept marketing right now? Okay, so when you get into here, what you're gonna see is that there's a tab for business owners. And when you go on the business owners tab, and you go down, you're gonna get all the things that you can. I really wish we had a mouse with this damn thing.
There's one behind it. It's probably not plugged in now. Turn it on. I used it the other day.
No, I'm trying to get it, my scroller back on here. I'm just gonna use it for now. This way. Just a second, I'm spiraling out of control here. You know. Okay, so now we're on business owners. And if you look down, it's gonna have a, really,
All right, Jake, you recorded.
I know you did. Okay, so now here we go, and this is pretty good stuff. So if you look on here, you can find out which topic you want. And if you're looking for buy-sell agreements, I think that's a common one, recruiting and retaining top talent. So if you go in here, key employee life insurance, it's going to show you the concept. You can watch it and see what it's all about and just watch a quick educational video. And then it explains it down here. You know, what are you looking at with key employee? You're looking at the serious financial risk to the business if you lost one of your key employees. And you know, a lot of times with a smaller business, the key employees are their sons or daughters. So that's really a great way to appeal to them because they want to protect their son or daughter from anything happening. So if you look at this, you go down, you see the concepts, and you can read about it and educate yourself. But then when you get down here, they have a key advisor points. It shows you exactly what are the things you're going to use for talking points, how you're going to appeal to the client. And then it has a client brochure, a postcard, and email. So, and a sample illustration of a proposal. And then it just has a point right here where you can click on and go to, it'll just take you to Market on Demand. And on Market on Demand, the easiest way to find the materials is to just go in the search bar and type concept marketing. So under the sales and marketing tab, go down to businesses under concept selling, and then just look at some of these different things that you can do. I'll show you one of the brochures. I really, this stuff is so well done, it's so quick and easy to access that, boy, it sure makes what we were doing 8 years ago. Of course, I'm throwing this computer out the window. Okay, well, I won't show them to you, but you know where you're going. On sales and marketing, under concept selling, and you go to the business section and you can go on each of these things and get the pieces that you need to do a full marketing campaign. Let's get back to the PowerPoint because I want to walk you through how you do this. So great, I'm going to talk to business owners. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to say to them, but I found everything on SPA that I need, and I'm going to start by sending out a letter. They have the letter right there on SPA. Send the letter on Thursday, follow up the next Tuesday, and then the next Thursday send a brochure. The following Tuesday call again. Tuesdays are great days to call business owners. You know, Mondays are crazy. I would never call a business owner on a Monday. But sending the brochure on Thursday, they're going to get it on Friday or Saturday. You know, they're probably going to open it Monday morning, and then Tuesday you're going to call. So it's not a bad timing. If you can set your ideal work week that Tuesday and Thursday you have time set aside for your small business marketing, you can just kind of keep the schedule. So a letter on Thursday, call on Tuesday, send a brochure the next Thursday, call on Tuesday, send an email the next Thursday, and then call again, and then start to repeat that with a new concept. So you have 4 or 5 concepts there. There's more in Market on Demand, but if you go through those, then you could always start sending the stuff that's for families, because they do have families as well, and now they know you. And a lot of these pieces allow you to put your picture, so make sure your picture is in and registered with Mutual, because your picture will populate on some of those pieces, and then they're going to recognize you, just like I said people did at my church. You know, oh, you're the lady. You know, you want to become known to these people. So now, how does the calling work? I think that's probably the thing that everybody tries to avoid if they could, but you've sent out something to them. They know you're calling. And so before you call them, take the time to know the owner's name, what the business does, what are their business sales processes, what are the things that business needs. So do a little research. And the great thing is today with the internet, you can Google and search everything. Their LinkedIn profile, their business website, and people put everything from videos to finished product on their website, and you can really do some research. So be aware that you need to take that time to do that. Now that should not be your green time when you should be meeting with clients. That should be your Sunday afternoon, maybe your Tuesday or Thursday night. but take the time when you're not going to be with clients. And then when you call them, refer to what you sent. You know, this is Becky Nominson with Mutual of Omaha. I'm just giving you a call today. I had sent you a little piece out about key employee insurance, and I just wondered if you had received that. And if you pause, you give them time to talk, but you also give yourself time to think. And it's always good to give yourself time to think. So wait for the response, kind of get an impression of whether their mood is good, whether they're rushed. Hey, did I catch you at a bad time? If you can kind of sense it's a bad time, did I catch you at a bad time? When would be a better time for me to call? There's no problem with saying that, because every time you touch out to somebody, you keep building that relationship. Ask questions, listen, make it personal to them and their needs, and above all else, build some type of trust or dependability to them. And they're going to want to know who you are before they're going to want to know what you know. So show them who you are by being professional, by being considerate, and following up when you say you're going to follow up. What kind of questions could you ask? Well, you could ask, what keeps you up at night? That might be a little harsh. You might not feel comfortable with that, but you could ask, and everybody loves to tell their story. How did you get started in manufacturing? How did you get started in car sales? Boy, I tell you, people will talk about themselves all day long, and no one ever hangs up when they're talking about themselves. So just get them talking. How is your company structured? Is it an S Corp? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a C Corp? That's going to tell you something. How many employees do you have? People like to talk about their employees. They're very proud of how many people they give a job to. And that's fantastic. Don't be afraid to compliment them on that. And ask them, do they have an exit strategy? If it's a mom and pop shop on Main Street, their exit strategy is probably their son or daughter, and we want to know that. Each of these questions really gives you something to dovetail into that you can start to see a pain point. And there's a lot more. I've actually got a brochure I'm going to send out to you after this call. Gives you all of the things you're going to need to know. So you could also go where they are. You've got this marketing campaign going on. You're sending them information. You're following up with calls. Now, where are they going to be? Are they going to be at an industry or networking event? Could you go? Like the Builders Association this weekend. Do they have some type of a golf outing that you could participate in? Do they have a lunch and learn? Now, if you're doing this to 10 business owners and they have a golf outing with all 10 business owners in it, you know, wouldn't you want to sponsor a hole and be there to maybe serve a cold beverage on their turn? You'd want to. You can go and provide a lunch and learn. I had an employer last year just said he really cared about his employees making it to retirement and being financially successful. And I could bring in some sandwiches and sit them around a table, and I did that with a bunch of realtors. You can do that. You're just giving education. People love that. You're providing it with no commitment, and so that's great. The last thing is you can go to or attend a charity event. That's a great thing as well. Shows your concern for the community. You have to have a client management system. Our new system coming out is Salesforce. We don't have it yet. Right now we have Max. Whether you have a spreadsheet, Max, one card system, whatever you have to have a system to track your process and then keep in front of those employees. So make sure you're tracking where you are and keeping those people in front of you. I will send you out a guide of pain points and ideas of what to and not to do. It's a great guide. There's no sense in me reading it to you. So I'm just going to send that out to you. And then I want you guys to feel really know that I'm open to having you set up a plan to do this, an action plan, and then sharing it with me and setting up a time to go over it in a one-on-one session. And then maybe even we make a few of the calls together, or we put together the pre-approaches together on Market on Demand.